That there will be an international disorder
un désordre international
having to do with something like a plane.
qui aura un rapport à un avion.
Something like a plane crashing.
Un avion qui sera en train de cracher.
But funnily in the same city.
Mais dans la même cité.
You know, when the plane wants to depart.
Vous savez, quand un avion veut décoller.
Then in that same city.
Dans cette même cité où ça décolle.
The plane has a crash.
L'église est.
यति एयरलाइन्सको है सबै हेर्न
बाटोमा हिँड्दै थिएँ हिँडेपछि यो बुटन हेर्न आउने बेलामा प्लेनको आवाज आयो आवाज आयो अनि यसो फर्केर हेर्दाखेरि यो बाँसहरू चाहिँ पुरै ढलिसकेको थियो हावा
That an important American politician
Il m'a dit qu'un politicien américain important
would die this year.
Va mourir cette année.
I don't know how to say it.
Je ne sais pas comment le dire.
But that's what God told me.
C'est ce que Dieu m'a dit.
That an important American politician
Qu'un politicien américain important va mourir cette année.
Well, tonight we're learning that former Arizona Senate President Russell Pierce has died. He was 75.
A spokesperson for Arizona Senate Republicans said that Pierce passed away at his home from an illness. He was known as the architect of SB 1070, the controversial piece of immigration legislation that sparked several boycotts and protests. A year after that legislation passed, Pierce was removed from office after losing a recall election.
And the Lord told me
Et le Seigneur m'a dit
that
que
there will be a case
il y aura un cas
against the ex-president.
contre l'ex-président.
Please, we are talking for America. I'm getting down. We will get to the Cameroon. Hallelujah.
Là, on parle de l'Amérique.
The Lord told me there will be a case
Il m'a dit
against the
qu'il y
ex-president.
aura un cas contre l'ex-président.
Something having to do with prison.
Quelque chose qui a à voir avec la prison.
We know that Trump is the choice of God.
On sait que Trump, c'est le choix de Dieu.
Even though the church is deceived.
Donald Trump stands before a judge, the first former president in history to be arraigned on criminal charges. Court officers stood immediately behind him as he sat at the defense table. Cameras in the 15th floor hallway recorded the unprecedented scene.
Will you come speak to us, President Trump?
And look, a court officer didn't hold the door for him as it closed.
The former president actually has to push the door open.
I saw this strike.
J'ai vu une révolte.
And people were protesting.
Les gens protestaient.
That they should release Trump.
Quand on relâche Trump.
Because people were tired.
Parce que les gens étaient fatigués.
Of beating. Then I saw another election.
J'ai vu une autre élection.
Then I saw.
You can see that there are police officers walking through the middle of it. They're calm. There have been no arrests. There's been no signs of any disorder. When you talk to the Trump people, they echo the things that the president has said about how.
Imaginez.
When all the prophets
avec les prophètes,
have prophesied
on prophétie.
that Peter Obi is going to be the
Que Peter Obi va gagner.
then suddenly
Soudainement,
we get that Tinubu is the winner.
nous voyons que l'autre parti gagne.
We are going to pray.
Nous allons prier.
Because this was the church. I know what I'm talking
Ça, c'est
about.
pour l'église, c'est le point.
Let's get that Tinubu as well.
Tinubu Bola Ahmed of the APC, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah.
But we are praying for Nigeria.
Nous prions pour les Nigériens.
Because I saw bloodshed.
Parce que j'ai vu le coulement de sang.
You know when people are not
Vous savez,
satisfied
quand les gens ne sont pas satisfaits
with the outcome
avec les
and the half
résultats,
of the youths
certains jeunes
have been touched.
ont été touchés.
And you see the real brutality
Vous voyez la vraie brutalité
of a country.
d'un pays.
We pray for mercy.
Prions pour la
Raise up
miséricorde.
your hands.
Levez vos mains.
Much of the anger here is aimed at Nigeria's election commission. Voters are furious. The results from Saturday's polls were still being counted on Tuesday.
We want our
our result, our real result. We have suffered enough.
No, the Lord told me about China.
On a parlé de la Chine.
That there will be a change.
Il y aura un changement.
Like China trying to depart from the rest of the world.
Comme la Chine qui va essayer de quitter le reste du monde.
Because
Parce que
they will try to like, I don't know how to explain this. You know, when people start using gold as a currency.
Vous savez, quand les gens commencent à utiliser l'or comme une monnaie.
Like, we know that normally.
On sait que normalement.
The reason we use paper money is because gold is kept in the bank. But you see, people, I don't understand. But there will be something with the change in currency.
Il y aura quelque chose sur un changement de monnaie.
With China
avec la Chine
and the rest of the world.
Et le reste du monde.
The American dollars, everything.
Le dollar américain et
they
le
will say, no, let's change the
Ils vont dire
papers.
qu'on change les papiers.
There will be something going on like that.
Il y a quelque chose qui va arriver
and
comme
it
ça.
will bring a lot of crisis.
Ça va amener beaucoup de crises.
Because not everybody will be in support that
Parce
let's
que le monde.
change.
This China is now trying to replace the U.S. dollar with their currency in global trade. What do you think of that story, Steve?
Well, China for several years has made very clear, along with the Russians, they want to downgrade the dollar because they think that'll enhance their power around the world. And certainly the way we've treated the dollar over the year has gone in that direction.
The U.S. is at its highest state of readiness with capabilities to be deployed within days if needed.
This budget sustains our current readiness and adapts the joint force to the future warfighting requirements.
The highest number of people that will watch this are Indians. That's why I made this service. The Lord told me,
Le Seigneur m'a dit,
I don't know if you are Indian and you're going to watch
je sais
the
pas si tu es
real
indien
broadcast.
et tu vas regarder.
The Lord told me
Le Seigneur m'a dit,
that pray for Bangladesh
je
and
prie pour
India
Bangladesh en Inde.
because
Parce
there will be
que
floods.
il y aura des inondations.
I don't know. The Lord, there's a type of river. I don't know if it's a river, ocean, but there will be something to do with
Il y a
floods.
quelque chose qui aura un rapport.
Gay.
The swamp is coming like, you know, when people just see locusts. When locusts just invest the country,
Ouais, quand le locus est
suddenly,
entre dans le pays, soudainement.
unexpectedly, the Lord told me,
Le Seigneur m'a
Medina, a historically rich and holy city, has been grappling with an unprecedented invasion of locusts in recent days. These voracious insects, known for their ability to devour crops within a matter of hours, have caused considerable losses within the region. Efforts to combat the locust invasion are underway, with authorities taking swift action to mitigate the crisis. The Saudi Arabians have been deployed to target locust hotspots, attempting to minimize the devastation caused by these relentless pests. Additionally, ground teams are working diligently.
Le Seigneur m'a dit aussi
Los
que Los Angeles,
California,
la Californie,
Southeast Asia,
l'Asie du Sud,
Australia,
l'Australie,
there will be outbursts of strange fires.
il y aura des étranges flammes qui vont éclater.
Especially Angeles, California, and Australia.
Surtout Los Angeles, la Californie et l'Australie.
The Lord told
Now to that massive wildfire scorching California.
Seen an out-of-control blaze in extreme conditions, tonight this is the dangerous firefight for crews in California's Mojave Desert. Remote but exploding in size, the York fire has
Breaking news. This is out of South Los Angeles after a massive fire erupted at a social services building overnight.
On word that this has been contained just to the top floor. Now let's show you video of when the flames initially broke out. This all happened around 4:15 this morning. The